After more than 300 routine COVID briefings since January 2020, the Ministry of Health is saying haere to the tradition.
As case numbers fall to the lowest levels since February, it says we're entering a new stage in the pandemic. But as Zane Small reports, it's far from over for many.
The pandemic is over.
A bold declaration from US President Joe Biden, despite COVID-19 is still killing hundreds of Americans a day, a view not supported by our top health officials.
Is he wrong? Yes.
But not completely wrong.
So he is right in that the pandemic is at its lowest level since early 2020.
Levels reflected in New Zealand, with COVID cases, hospitalisations and related deaths on the decline for 5 weeks.
We have reached a new stage in the pandemic here in New Zealand.
The ministry today signalling the end of an era with the end of a tradition.
With the shift to this new stage of our COVID response, I can confirm that for now, this is the last routine COVID-19 press briefing.
But entering that new stage is simply not possible for some.
I first developed COVID in April. So my 6-year-old flatmate brought it home from school. And I remember it didn't hit me very hard. I didn't have many of the cold symptoms. What I did get was just this ground-shattering exhaustion.
Scout Barbara Evans was diagnosed with long COVID and to this day barely has the energy to stand up.
Because my blood pressure just tanks.
The Ministry of Health last week published long-awaited guidelines on long COVID. It's defined as having symptoms for more than 12 weeks. To give you an idea of how prevalent it is, a study of 65 Māori participants found that 43% had symptoms for more than a month, and of them, 75% had symptoms for more than 3 months.
There's still a lot we don't know, but it's certainly something that we're concerned about.
COVID-19 still very real for people like Scout as the world around them moves on.
OK, Zane, so how will COVID now be reported to the public?
Well, as you heard in my story, the ministry says we're moving into a new phase of the pandemic. The government has already scrapped the traffic light framework and masks are no longer mandatory in most settings. Dr. Andrew Old said today the ministry will from next week begin publishing a weekly COVID trends and insights report. It'll include similar information to what we get at the media briefings, such as modelling and case rates. He says the move will better reflect changes in the pandemic response and align with how the ministry reports on other diseases.
Zane Small live at Auckland Hospital for us. Thanks very much.